So are we good to jump in?
Yep, good to jump in.
Great. Tanvi, thank you heaps for coming on the podcast. Really appreciate the fact that you're supporting me in this journey. It's been a magical journey for me. Thank you heaps for coming on the podcast, and
My pleasure.
pretty excited to. I'm pretty sure you will have so many things to talk about, and I just wanted to ensure that I capture all those memories in the form of a podcast, and for fans like myself and many others, and your fans and Sir's fans, to go back and revisit that memory is the intent of this. So thank you again, Tanvi.
I should be thanking you. Really should be thanking you.
So I don't know if you remember Sydney concert 2010.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was right in the front row.
Okay. I don't remember that much because I think we were too busy
Of course.
focusing on the lyrics and everything. So we haven't.
Yeah, but that's one amazing concert, I have to tell you, because I still remember. I think I was in India for a vacation, and I got my ticket, scheduled ahead, so just so that I could come back and watch that concert. So my parents were very annoyed that I cut short my holidays by a week or something because and my mom was like, "Nee A.R.Rahman kaga enne venalo pannuva."
Wait, wasn't this the one in Parramatta?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I remember.
And
The only thing about Sydney back then, we didn't like as musicians, and I talk for the people we work with. Everything used to close by 5.
really,
Yeah, 5:30, 5:30, and we're like, can we get food?
I didn't know it was that bad then. No.
Oh my God, we couldn't find. Everything shuts by 5:36, and we finished sound check by them. And we were there for I think a week or a couple of days before the show. So I mean, it was so hilarious. And then and I like in our group in our this thing, I was like the official cook, and we had these the kitchenettes kind of. So the moment everything is done, we are going to Tanvi's room. Why? Because she'll cook. She'll have food.
Right.
And the amount of food we've eaten, oh my Lord. And then hunting for those the vegetables and masala khichdi and it was just so. And right from the flight, I clearly remember Sridhar Sir, Shivana, Shivkumar, the engineer, Sridhar Sir, Shivana, Samiana. We haven't even taken off. No, you don't put your hand luggage there. You give it to us.
Oh, it's because you had food in it.
So it was so nice. Like, that's what I'm saying. It was a family.
Yeah.
You don't think so. So from I think right after the first or second show or something like that, I started carrying an extra like a backpack with just like murkus and
I was gonna ask.
murkus, mixture, theplas, and the stuff with dozen.
Yeah.
So they just used Tanvi, where are you? We need your bag.
I know Sir likes muruk and all, right? I know he does.
I mean, they used to fly. We didn't even. I don't know if they came on the same flight because he used to work so much.
Yeah.
So our gang used to be like on it.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was fun.
Right. Did you get to visit anywhere like in Sydney while you were here, or have you been to Australia other than that?
Oh yes, I have. In fact, after that show, I think we even went to the Opera House to watch an opera with Srinivasa Murthy sir.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And I think we were so tired after the show, and then going and sitting for the opera. I think he took 3 or 4 of us, and we would just like literally trying to keep our eyes open, and I felt so bad because we are exhausted, but at the same time we want to watch the opera because we used to do, we used to train that way. So it was a very good experience. It was lovely, but I think towards the end, fatigue, or call it what you want, we would literally like, okay, when will this get over?
Catch some sleep.
Yeah. Anytime, if we could catch some sleep, we would be like, okay, do not disturb.
So, were you an early morning person even then?
Oh,
I
hell
know, right? Because you know why I'm asking this, because Sir has a pattern to work.
He's nocturnal.
So, and how did it, like, when did the switch happen? I know we spoke about this prior to the podcast that you're an early riser and stuff. So, was that a conscious decision that happened at some point, saying, you know what, I can't do this night thing anymore, I'm going morning?
Yeah, I think that was a conscious decision. For me, I think everything kind of took a backseat when my dad passed away in 2015, and it just shook me up.
Yeah.
Like, because it was just a major shock for all of us. Because 1 minute we are talking to him, and the next minute we get a message saying he's no more. I was like, what? So that was one time where I was like, okay, I need to take stock of everything. And as I said, it shakes you up. Something just,
for sure,
something just happened, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of the people I love. I need to, So I kind of took a little bit of a backseat. Went through a rough phase. I mean, we all need to be prepared for that. That's the one thing I learned. And if you ask me from last year, I would definitely say that it's okay to fail. It's okay. But get up. And get up, you will. So, there were a couple of down phases for me. There were a couple of rough situations, but you just have to fight through it.
Yeah.
And you come out of it. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe that's when this whole shift happened for me. And so that's the conscious decision I made, that no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be waking up early, taking care of myself, meditating as much as I can, focusing on what I need to do, not focusing on. This was something I noticed about. I can only talk for myself.
Of course.
So this was something I noticed. Oh, the other person is getting the song. I'm not getting the song. So what happened was, instead of focusing on I'm not getting the song, I was just like, my time will come. Let me get better at it.
Yeah.
And the learning never stops. At least in my head, I don't think the learning will ever stop. It'll never be like, okay, I've learned this and I'm the best at it. No, I can always get better. There is always space to get better. There's always space to push yourself. So
True.
I think that was what I've learned from this whole COVID situation and the last 3 years. Yes.
Right. Okay. And I'm sure you're loving it with the shift in terms
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I could never be. I mean, there are few days where I have to spend some late nights and stuff, but other than that, I just cannot. In the past, I used to be a night person, going to bed by around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., ridiculous times, and waking up late and always tired. And
The fatigue, I think that's what I stopped liking. Like, it was like, oh, I'm working till 2 a.m. Yes, I'm working till 2 a.m., but what's it doing to my health? Now I feel healthy. Now I feel I have more energy. I'm more productive.
yeah.
Not that it's bad. Of course, when Sir calls, we are like, okay, clear out the schedule. We're going to the studio. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
So we're prepared for that.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I think I've seen a change in Sir also.
Yeah.
Like he's like taking care of himself. He's
Yeah. Yeah.
giving time,
He does.
and yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just so happy for him that he's not that. Oh my God, we have to get this done. Da, 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 da. Like
Yeah.
now,
He's
now
taking it
he,
easy these days. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, there's an internal joke between Sir and me every time I meet him, because it's usually around 10:30, 11 p.m., and he knows I'm off to bed by 9:30 ish every day, and ஒன்னு தூங்கலையா? First thing he'll ask me the moment he sees me. இல்ல சார், இல்ல மத்தியானம் I had a nap, so I'm okay. You sure? Yes sir.
He's always done that. I have to tell you, I remember for I think it was Delhi 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
We're waiting in the studio. This is the old Panchatan studio at the outside this thing, and we literally literally falling asleep. I'm trying to keep my face up, on these two fingers, and so sleepy. So suddenly at 2:30 he walks in, and then he's like, "Sleepy, yeah." Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, come, we have to start. I said, "Sir, I'll do Bob." No, I want that voice. I want this voice. I was like,
Right.
but he's witty in his own way, So
Yeah.
the moment he said sleepy, yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's only 2:45, 2:45 a.m.
And interestingly enough, when Sir came on the podcast, he spoke for an hour, and then after the podcast, we spoke for another 10 minutes, and then after that, he said, "Oh, okay, now you can go and sleep." I told him, "Sir, with the aura that you have created now and with the energy, I don't think I can sleep for the next 5 days." He just laughed.
No, it's true. It's true. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, however tired you are, and the moment you see him and
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
he's working, you're like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
just on it,
Yeah.
He doesn't give you that, and he makes you feel so comfortable.
Correct.
He makes you feel so damn comfortable. And I think he just calms you down. Even my first recording ever,
Yeah.
for him to just, I mean, imagine seeing Sir for the first time. I'm not even supposed to be a singer, not even remotely supposed to be a singer. I'm like doing my design work, and I just,
Oh, wow.
and I used to sing for fun,
Right.
and then you get a call from him, and then you go to the studio. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, he just puts you at ease. He makes you feel so comfortable, and he doesn't give off that I'm a somebody kind of.
Never.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very warm. He's got this
True.
very warm
True.
aura about him.
Very true. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm intrigued. So you're a designer, and you were never going to be a singer, and then you became a singer. What's that
Because
journey?
of Sir.
Right. And how did he find you?
So what happened was, as I said, I used to sing for fun, and
Yeah,
those days we used
yeah.
to have those karaoke tracks
Yeah,
put in,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I sang I think it was a Sarah McLachlan song.
Yeah.
I will remember you. That one.
Nice.
And a Dido track.
Yeah.
What was it? It was Thank You, I think. The tears don't cold, I'm wondering why. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That one.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he heard that one and the Sarah McLachlan one, and he thought I was from the US.
Okay.
I mean, I lived there. I had just come back from the US. And I have to say, I did have a little bit of a twang. So I think he was like, "Where are you from?" He said, And I didn't believe it because, so a friend gave that CD, and till date, I thank whoever that person is who left that CD over there. And
Right.
I'm like, God bless whoever you are. Thank you so much for everything,
Yeah.
And yeah, I got called in. Didn't believe it in the beginning, but when I saw it happen face to face, I was just like, okay, this is for real. Tanvi, wake up. And
What time was it? I'm just curious now.
when I went, when I got the call,
When you got the call.
it was again like some weird wee hours, like maybe even 1:30, 1:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
You were a night person then. Anyway.
no, I mean, I'm a designer. Why? Who's going to ever think that, a person like him is going to call?
Yeah.
Or you'll even get a message
Yeah.
on your Nokia 3310.
Yeah.
So,
Still the most rugged phone, trust me.
I still use it at times. See
Really?
that? Yeah, that's why I'm not on WhatsApp. I told you.
Oh. Okay.
So I just went in, and then the next thing I know, I was like singing for Mani Sir, and Sir was there, and both of them, they don't say much. So yeah, go sing this. Okay.
Right. Wow.
It was so, I was in awe. I was in a state of shock. Like, are you serious? This is you? Kind of.
Right. Right.
And he just got loud. I mean, till date, he like, he pulls my leg
Right. Right.
for that day. But yeah.
Right. And how long did that recording go for?
I
And
think
considering it was your first recording.
I think it was about 3 to 4 hours.
Right. Right.
It was a short song. It was fun.
Yeah. 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 And how was the recording? Like considering it was the first ever with Sir.
I was actually very nervous, and I clearly remember in the studio, I was in the take room, and
Yeah.
I saw Sir in front of me in the center, Mani Sir on his left, and Aditya Modi on the right.
Right.
We were just like, so of course you think that it was always Sir recording the whole thing. You don't think that there'll be a sound engineer. I had no idea about music back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this little boy comes in. I don't want to say little boy, but it's like this person comes in and he's like just quietly sitting over there and doing the takes and all that and blah 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 blah. And it's like, wow, he's so young. How come what is he doing over here? Then I find out he's this big engineer and stuff like that.
Who is this?
Kill me. Adi Modi. Yeah.
And Aditya came on the podcast 2 weeks ago.
I know. I saw it. So I was just like, okay. So
I should tell him that you said he's a little guy.
Little boy. Yeah, he was back then. Of course, he was back then. But yeah, so I have very clear. I have that. I can see that picture.
Yeah.
I even remember the carpet color and stuff like that.
Nice.
So it's been ingrained now. So yeah.
Nice guy, Aditya. I like him.
Yeah.
Right. And so what happened after the recording? So how long until you knew that this song was going to come out, or did you even know? What was the process? I'm just curious. Like, I couldn't sleep for 1 week after Sir came on the podcast. You did your first ever recording with Sir. I'm just trying to understand what was going through in you.
My brain, there were too many things going through my head. I was like, first of all, I became very quiet.
Yeah.
Because this thing was brewing inside, and I didn't know am I supposed to be quiet? Am I supposed to talk about it or this thing? But usually knowing me, I've become very quiet, and I've become I had become super secretive about these things. Don't know why. I didn't want to jinx it. But yeah, it was. I think. Uh, Sorry, you're gonna edit it, right? Sorry, what was the question?
The question was, what happened after the recording?
Okay.
What were
Oh
you
yeah,
going
yeah.
through?
So okay. So after the recording, we were listening to it, right? And then I clearly remember this picture. So I put my hand up and I said, "Can I try something?" And he was on the console, right? He was on the console. He
Yeah.
just looks at me like that, and you don't have to put your hand up. This is how it is. And I was like, how? I mean, I'm still speechless, like,
Right. Yeah.
and I think they were laughing at me because I was like, "Sir, can I try something?" Of course you can. I mean, you don't have to keep putting your hand up
Yeah.
and saying that, "Oh,
Yeah.
hello, can I do something?"
Yeah.
So I went in and I did a couple of harmonies and stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and he kept it. He kept it.
Yeah.
He didn't stop me from trying different things. He didn't so that is what I think I love about Sir, that he will let you do your thing.
Hmm.
He will let you sing however you want to sing
Correct.
and give the different whatever, call it effects, call it different modulations, whatever.
Hmm.
And then he'll keep what he wants. If he likes it, he will keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And he's just a man of few words. So,
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, so I have these funny situations where I've been in with Sir, and it's they've always started laughing at me, and I still get teased about it sometimes. But yeah.
Great. And was that, how should I say, probably the point where you decided, okay, designing can wait and singing come into the mix?
I think I took it up very seriously after Sir told me that, yeah, when he called in for the second and third recording and stuff like that. And I clearly remember, kind of thinking to myself, like, no, designing is always going to be there. It's always there. It's like, now I can say it's ingrained. It was, you can never take the designer out of me. But I think after that, I started, going for my Western classical training with Augustine Paul Sir, and
Wow.
it was very it was an interesting journey. And then, so in the beginning, I used to go only for these songs. Then I joined the choir, and we used to do background scores.
Right.
So he saw me at the background score with the group, right, with the choir group, and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" I said, "No, I sing with them," and stuff like that. And slowly, they started calling me when he wanted something different and
Right.
out of the box.
Yeah.
So for me, I took it up as a challenge. Like he's throwing something at me, and like, let's see what you can do. And then he would come and tell me, like, he would explain the situation. This was another joke with the choir, because if Tanvi comes, if you smell a Sharpie anywhere in the studio, Tanvi is come.
Right. Wow.
I used to use these, speaking of which,
Yeah, of course, I've got a few here.
black medium point Sharpie. They will know I am there.
Yeah.
And I used to go with my huge notebook and file, and my handwriting, it's all bold.
Yeah.
I might even have a sample of it somewhere.
You have an amazing handwriting, I know that for sure.
How do you know?
I saw one of your posts on Instagram where you have written some sostram. What was that?
Yeah. Mrityunjaya Stotra.
Yeah, amazing handwriting, I have to tell you.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
yeah. So back then we never used to print our lyrics on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
I used to, and there have been times when Sir used to actually like Sridhar Sir used to call me. We're going for a concert tomorrow. You have to write all the lyrics. So I used to sit and write all the lyrics, and that file would be there. And I always used to keep a separate file because invariably Sami Anna will forget to take that file off the stage. I'm giving out too much inside news, sir. Don't tell them.
Yeah. Sami Anna is a character for sure.
And then so I always had a Xerox copy of it, and then I started carrying it on a those flash drives we used to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good times, good time. And then coming back to the choir work, right?
Yeah.
So he used to tell, I want a German feel. It has to sound German. So it had to be gibberish.
Yeah.
But sound German or French or the Balkan women singing, the mountain women singing or something like that. So I used to get called for these kind of things when they used to do background scores and stuff. And my first ever background score with him was for Bose.
Wow.
And I was so scared. Because again at Panchatan upstairs, Murthy Sir was conducting. Srinivasa Murthy Sir. And all of us are like so scared of him.
I've heard.
Everyone, we used to like get so nervous around him, but now he looks like one terror, but he's such a nice person.
Yeah.
I could say he's a teddy bear inside.
Right. Yeah.
He treats you like your own kids, and very, very nice. We got a very nice connect with him now. But during recording, oh my God. And the first line was, I think it was for Bose. Jai Hind, Canada.
Yeah.
Something like that, and the story behind it also. So he told us the story behind it, and this was our first anthem or something like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I found those notes also.
Right.
Yeah. I still kept. I mean, I'm a stupid thing. I collect all these things.
No, it's good, right? I mean, these are memories.
Yeah, these are memories, but actual scores, handwritten scores and stuff. It was
amazing.
Yeah, and in fact, we were eight women.
Yeah.
And 8 men.
Oh, for that one, wow.
Augustine Paul, Samsi Philip, Ebenezer Anna, Grub Uncle. Grub Uncle, I think he must be 90 plus. You asked Sir about him. He's bass. He sings bass.
Yeah.
No one can sing lower than him.
Oh, wow.
He's got such a beautiful voice. Of course, he's old now.
Yeah.
But we're like, Uncle G, are you coming? So it was like, we used to look forward to these recording. And not only because it was Sir's work, because it was very challenging, but at the same time, all of us got to meet.
Yeah, correct.
And show the world what we can do.
Yeah, indeed.
And then singing as one, and it was just magical. I think that's the word I can use, magical.
Amazing. And you obviously made many friends as part of the journey too.
Of course.
That's the best part, right?
Yeah. So, yeah. What else can I say?
Great. And you've been a linguistic person always? Is that the reason why you could sing in so many languages?
I think maybe in my last birth I was some different person, but I don't know those languages, but I can sing in those languages. And what I like is I study, their body language. If I see someone with a different accent, say if I have to do a Spanish song, I watch YouTube videos. I watch their body language. I watch their, the facial expressions,
Yeah.
um, and the way they pronounce stuff. So I look at all those things, and
Right.
then I go sing the song to make sure
Wow.
that, because I mean, you're singing in someone else's language. Least
Wow.
you can do is put in that much little effort, and you know,
Hmm.
uh, just go sing it properly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. Um, any memories of hanging out with Sir? Not may not be during the recording, off the recording, let's say.
Never.
And we all know that Sir has a wicked sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. I think the only time, I've never hung out with Sir, because like even in front of him, I think there's so much respect for this
Yeah, yeah,
man that
indeed.
you don't want to, just like, I will never say that, oh, I got to chill with him or just hang out with
Hmm.
him as such. Not that he's not that kind of person. He's a
With the
very warm
respect.
person. In fact, I think when I was in LA, I used to shuttle between LA and
Hmm.
Chennai. I was almost there for like a year, maybe 6 months a year or something like that. And then, like one day he called. He called. He's like, "Hey, I'm in LA. You know, come over." And I was like, "Okay, but you will have to give me 2 hours because I will take that much time to drive there." Because I used to live in Huntington Beach,
Right.
and he's up in, like, Hollywood,
Yeah.
Beverly Hills. So I was like, it's 4. I have to. It's going. The 4 or 5 is going to be really packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hey, it's okay. It's okay. Come, come. So I go there, and he's called Anil Kapoor for dinner or something like that, or he's stopping by or something.
Yeah.
And I rang the bell. So he's coming and opening the door. I was like, why did you open the door? Who else will open the door?
Yeah.
you know? And then this was the best. This is, we go into the kitchen and we just, chatting, and then like, hey, you want coffee? Yeah, I'll make. You're going to make coffee. So
Yeah.
I think for me, it was a very unusual thing to
Yeah.
see. Normally, Sami Anna is always there, like, or someone is there getting him stuff and all.
Yeah.
Now, Sir's making coffee, and I'm like, Sir's making coffee for you. Better drink it. You better drink it. you know. So I think, yeah, I found it very funny. But yeah, but he's so
Yeah. Yeah.
chilled
It
out,
is. Yeah.
you know.
Right. So,
I
Grammy.
hope I'm not boring you.
Not at all. This is exactly what I want to hear. And Grammy. First
Yes.
Indian woman to
Yeah.
grab a Grammy. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did anyone get a Grammy after you at all? Like women?
I think they got nominated.
Right.
They got nominated.
Right. Amazing. Great.
But I don't think they received a Grammy.
Amazing. Nice. Nice. Nice.
But yeah, you have
Right. I'm
you're
sure you will
already
have
doing
heaps to tell me about it.
about the Grammy. I think that that was a shocker. That was a shocker for me. Even when the buzz started about, the song Jai Ho, December, I think it was December. I don't remember the date exactly, but
Mm.
when we recorded the song, I had just come out of the hospital.
Oh.
Very sick. I went in. I think I went in with my IV still on.
Oh.
What are you doing? I just got out of the. Okay, come to the studio.
Right.
But yeah, I went in. We sang, and then a couple of months down the line, there was this little buzz. So I clearly remember writing to him, and Sir, that song that we did, is my song, is my voice retained on it? And he goes, yeah, man, it is there. It's doing really well. Congrats. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. And I was so happy for him. I was so happy for him. That
Yeah.
entire journey, I think it was very, for me, it was difficult because I'm not very, very, I think it was too glamorous for me
Right.
to deal with the whole thing. But I was just so happy that, you know, they were winning and they, you know, we got the team worked, you know. And I clearly remember even Blase, you know, we did Gangster Blues and we were just, he comes up with, you know how Blase is with lyrics. He was so amazing. And then he said, Tanvi, you know, go and whisper this thing. So I said, okay. I went into the take room and I started whispering some gibberish. And then I came out and I said, I think Shivana or someone was there, the engineer. I said, can you flip it? The whisper.
Oh.
So we flipped it.
Flipped it as in?
So the beginning of Gangster Blues.
Right. Okay. Right.
So it's flipped.
Oh, wow.
So he liked it. Sir liked it. He's like, no, leave it. This is something different.
Yeah.
So yeah. So things like that, you know, you feel good that your input has been taken and your you know, you've given something into this project. We really put our heart and soul into it. So it was very nice. It was very nice. And then, of course, when the Grammy happened, I was just like, I couldn't sleep that night, man. I just couldn't sleep that night. I was just like, oh my God. And then I think for me, the worst part was like sitting in hair and makeup. That was like, oh Lord, how long are you going to take, you know? And you know, my cousin is sitting there with coffee and all that, and like, you know, we're like doing our hair and makeup. And for me, it was the hair and makeup is like 5 minutes, get out, you know. But over there, you had to like get it perfect. So, you know, and I think in we don't out here, we don't really, now at least we talk about makeup and stuff like that. Back then, no one, it was just like normal stuff. Over there, they have to like do primer and this and that. So I was like, can you stop this? But luckily, yeah, you know, my gown also worked out thanks to Tarun Taliani, and yeah, they wrote about the gown that because it was a sari.
Nice.
So, and I think it was a good thing I went in the Indian outfit because for me, I was representing the women of my country.
Of course.
There was a lot of pressure, not only on the team, but even as individuals, we had like, you know, there was a lot of pressure. And I had to prepare myself like, okay, if we don't win, it's okay. If we win, fine. Thank God, you know, be grateful. And we were just sitting and praying over there. And then when they announced, we were just like, what is going on?
Nice.
So it was nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you definitely mentioned about Sridhar Sir.
Yeah.
And you probably mentioned twice.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to share in terms of the memories that you have shared with him, and could be anything.
He was a very important person for us.
Yeah.
And for me, I felt, I mean, he passed away on my birthday, so I'm not very fond of my birthday either now. But I still clearly remember his silver car, and we used to have 4145, his car number, if I still remember it right. He was very important. And, you know, talking to him, so, you know, you could go to him and you can talk to him about anything. anything. You can just, and he used to like come down to like, your level.
Yeah.
As a kid, he used to come down to your level and
Yeah.
talk to you
Yeah.
and have a conversation with you. It was never
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a kid, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was very nice, and we have very good memories of. And then I remember buying he bought my first laptop. He helped
Oh.
me pick my first laptop, which I still have, the black MacBook.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I still have that. And then we used to they used to have what's it called, iPod.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we went to the Mac store in LA. He was there to pick it out.
Nice.
And he was the one who taught me not to put the volume on full blast. He said, you lose your hearing. Don't do that. Listen to me. I know. Yeah, okay, sir. But yeah, just these little things, they really
Yeah.
take you.
Obviously, it must have come across as a massive shock when he passed away.
Oh, that was a shocker, because I remember talking to him the previous night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, your life is going to change. We're going to the Grammys, and life is going to change and this thing. And then the morning, Murthy sir is calling me, and he was like, Tanvi, did you get the news? I was like, what are you talking about? I thought he's calling me to wish me on my birthday. And then Murthy sir called me. He's like, Sridhar is no more. I froze.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah. What can you do, right? Of course, I definitely want to touch on some of the songs that I have absolutely loved. And one of them, I don't know if you remember Mawali Kawali.
Oh.
I absolutely love it. I mean, I still remember when that got released. There's I don't know. There's something magical about that song. It was in a loop for quite a while, and it's on my playlist as well. And I love it. It's one of my favorite songs.
It's very, very. It's funny that you even mentioned that song, because not many people know about it. And the way we sang that song in the studio, and the description and the brief we got for it also, yeah, it was a fun song. It was a fun song.
What was the brief? I'm curious.
So it's like, see, there's somewhere something about something African and all that. And I think in the beginning, I do some Swahili thing.
Do you remember the lyrics of that one?
Not really. But I think I did some delay or something like that. Yeah, something like that. And he wouldn't stop laughing. Because you might know the lyrics, but something in the beginning, right? There is something like that in the beginning. And then I go something umbile or some. I do that, the click, and then they. So he's like, see, that's why I'm calling you. Because so I can get crazy at times.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good thing that he gave when we saw when we actually saw the song. It was very, very tribal, So yeah, and I think Srinidhi was the sound engineer for that one.
Nice.
She's just sitting and laughing away at me, and Sir's also laughing away, and I was just like, "What now? Let's finish this."
Nice.
But, Yeah. I think that's what the brief. That's the brief he gave me. That some tribal African, that kind of feel, and then you had to do a little bit of high pitched singing and stuff like
Mm.
that. And even the Mavale, very
Yeah. Yeah.
flat-ish nasal voice.
Yeah.
So
It's a
yeah,
pretty cool track. I quite like it, and it's not a track that every Rahman Sir fan will listen to on a daily basis, but you got to
yeah.
be really uh,
True.
hardcore to have all these songs on your playlist. But as I said, there's something magical about that track, the way in which has been sung and executed, and it's amazing. It was in a loop for quite a while when it came out.
Yeah. I didn't even know Rishi. I think Rishi Rich, right?
Male singer Raghav.
Sorry, Raghav. Sorry, Raghav. Raghav.
Yeah,
Raghav Sachar.
yeah, yeah.
So Raghav Sachar, I think they recorded him after I finished all this
Hmm,
work.
hmm, hmm.
So yeah, we didn't even know who's going. Like, I had no clue
Yeah,
till it came out.
right, right. And did you like it when it came out?
Yeah, I did find it funny, to be very honest, but it was a cool track, I have to say. That's why I found it very, very. I was like shocked when you said, "Oh, I like Mawali Kawali." I was like, okay.
What on earth is he talking about?
Who talks about that song? Uh, but yeah.
Right, one of the things that's happened as part of this podcast journey is large number of Sirs fans got in touch with me and they connected with me, and because they wanted to be part of this podcast journey, and what's called this I Love ARR community was evolved as part of that. And this community is quite big now, and fans from every part of the world. And I told them that Tanvi is coming on the podcast, and one of the things they said was, yeah, please tell her that we absolutely love her voice, and please do tell her that we love Mona Gasolina.
Oh no. Oh my God. No, I have to give that to Neeti too. She also sang that this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so. I mean, you know what? Actually, we are here because of the fans.
Mm.
Okay. It's all because of the fans, and we kind of. I can only talk for myself, so I'm just going to say this from my side, that if not for them, we are no one, like nobody. Okay, so I think once you have that in your head, that makes you work harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even I think even the Gasolina song, Mona Gasolina song, started at AM Studios.
Mm.
The meeting happened at AM Studios, and then it got to Panchatan.
Mm.
I have very clear cut memory of, like, how this song happened or how that song happened. But yeah, it was a crazy one.
Right.
And then even the beginning, I think that was a time when Daddy Yankee came out with Gasolina.
Mm. Mm.
So they wanted a very reggaeton kind of thing, but then the whole thing changed. The rhythm and everything changed. So
Yeah. And also I have to mention Delhi 6. I'm sure that must be one of your favorite tracks for sure.
That is, yes, that's like the highlight for me. I'm a big Abhishek Bachchan fan. Okay.
Really?
And yeah, big Abhishek Bachchan fan. And for some reason, I've always been associated with his movies when it comes to Sir.
Right.
Yuva,
Correct. Delhi 6.
Guru, Delhi 6, Ravanan,
Oh, yeah. True.
Kedakari.
Yeah, of course.
Which other movies did he? Yeah, so Sir's whichever ones he's done with Sir, yeah, I've been a part of that one.
Nice.
Even a lot of re-recordings actually. A lot of re-recordings also, and Delhi 6 is very, very close to my heart. Delhi 6 is like I have I think I have a very distinct memory of that particular song, because that time Vivian was also there, Vivian Shetty. And I clearly remember Sir starting the song from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Delhi 6 happened that way. It was never like, okay, you have a track. Luckily, touch wood. I think for me, when I've worked with him, it's always been from scratch. Like I've seen it from the first click track.
Wow.
Except a few songs now, which because he's so busy and stuff. But back then, I think it was always, and even in Sydney, they gave me the megaphone on stage. My first reaction, are you serious? You're giving me the megaphone. I have to sing into this megaphone. Yes, Tanvi, you have to. So that's how that megaphone thing came back in,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Delhi 6 and then Blase coming in, writing the lyrics, Vivian and I, and the French, oh my God. I was so scared I was going to mess up the lyrics. But Vivian, the way she explained it and the way she helped, it really helped.
Right.
So yeah, that one, and then Rehna too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rehna too was very magical. Was very magical. And if I'm not wrong, we really requested that, because Sir had done the track and we're like, Sir, this is something else only. I hope you're going to keep your voice, Sir. So he just smiled, the usual.
Yeah.
All that. But the harmonies we did for that, and I think it was a very different zone, that particular song, because the words were so meaningful. The song was, I don't know, for me, it was, if I can use the word spiritual.
Of course.
When you listen to it also, and it's not on any particular, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like it was just flowing out of him.
True.
And then to have, I was very lucky. I was part of that song to sing the, harmonies for him on that particular song. I was like, this song is going to be something else. And then actually, it turned out to be like a major hit.
Yeah, it's a timeless classic.
Yeah.
And the way the song ends as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still get goosebumps. You can see.
It's a great song for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
Amazing. I mean, yeah, it's one crazy album. I think Blase also spoke about Delhi 6 when he came on the podcast. He was there in the podcast too. So I'm not sure if you watched his podcast, but it came out just last week.
Yes. I think, I had the link. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw him with the braids and I was like, okay, what happened?
How did this happen? Was it?
How did this happen so soon? I take time. How did you get it? So, we've had super fun, with him, and I love the way he just like starts like. And when you're with Blase, this is what I've noticed about him when he's in the, the lyricist mode and he's going to start belting out lyrics. You'll always see him do this. And then, okay, don't disturb him because he's going to start now. He's going to belt out some stuff. So, yeah, that's what, even for Delhi 6.
Insanely talented, crazy guy. I mean, I think the podcast actually went for about an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. And then, we just went on and on talking about stuff. And, so your top 5 songs. It can be the ones that you have sung to. Absolutely not a problem. Okay, what's on your playlist? Put it that way.
My playlist. Sir's playlist?
Your playlist.
My playlist, so it can be anything?
Yeah. What are those?
My playlist, I definitely have. I have Imogen Heap on my playlist. I have Sir on my playlist. I
Yeah.
have Arijit Singh on my playlist.
He's coming too on the podcast.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And then I have. You said 5, so I've mentioned 3. Um, a little fan of Ella May. Ella May and which other artists? Oh, J Balvin right now. That's just to cheer me up sometimes.
Right.
You need a little bit of madness in this crazy world at times. So yeah, I mean, these are the
Cool.
a lot of Billie Eilish. And then yeah, it's just my I think my playlist is more
It
of
just basically
world.
depends.
No, not depends, but it's a lot of world music. It's a lot of world music. So I mean, I listen to, again, under Ella May and all of them. I might even have Yeba. I might even have Daniel Caesar. A lot of people singers who do a lot of vocal modulation. Of course, Beyonce. She'll always be my queen bee. But
Right.
but yeah, so it's I listen to any genre. Like I even have lately I was like focusing on Adamus. Over the lockdown, I tried recreating some of the pieces Sir did. Rasati,
Wow.
That harmony part of it. And then I took those videos of myself doing the different parts, and those kind of. I think Sir has really, really, really musically, he's done a lot of a cappella too.
True. Of course. Yeah.
People don't know the genre that well till Pentatonics came out. I think it was very to use it in those days.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Rasati was one song, and then there was one more song. The Rasati was in Tirda Tirda.
Yep.
And one more song he's done where it's like complete a cappella. It'll come back. It's right here. It's I don't remember, but
that's fine.
Yeah, but point is that he's used so much of it. He's used so much of it, and he's used it so beautifully.
Yeah.
And so that choir was where Augustine Sir, Grub Uncle, all the seniors, they were the ones who sang that.
Wow.
And the Madras Musical, so MMA choir is very famous. We've done so many. So for Sir, I think right from Bose, Guru, Rang De Basanti. Oh my God, the background score for Rang De Basanti. It's all our voices.
Amazing.
I think we even did Nani. There was one new.
Oh wow.
With S.J. Surya.
Yeah.
That movie. Then so many of them. If you ask me, like in this thing, I can't give it to you chronologically.
Yeah. Amazing.
But those were the ones like Rang De Basanti. I remember working on it. We've done 3 days of recording and seeing the rushes and then emoting that. Literally, like the singers, you won't. This is one particular scene I clearly remember. This was the scene where I think. Siddharth or one of the actors, they were going to get the flashback. In the flashback, they were going to hang him, and and we had to do one gospel kind of thing, and it was just 2 of us girls, Anisha and myself, and literally we were so tired. Chandar, we were so tired.
Hmm.
Anisha was literally falling asleep, and I clearly remember giving my slap on her face, and then like that slap sound was like pretty the mic caught it.
Oh.
And I think Sir was like, what is going on? In AM studios.
Right. Yeah.
And I see, so that's what I'm telling you. Like, I can tell you which studio we've done it in, what time we've recorded it.
Nice.
Because it as you said, I mean, if once you're an ARR fan, you're always an ARR fan.
Nice.
Um, I think today is the first day I'm getting to be so vocal about it. I'm usually very
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm so glad I get to talk about these experiences, because they're like, this happened.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Yeah, and this is going to be cherished
Yeah.
by your fans, Sir's fans, and
I hope so.
that's the
I
best
hope
part.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that brings us to your top 5 songs of Sir. I have to say this,
Top 5,
the ones that you like, and
Fana
okay,
for
the ones
sure.
that are, huh?
Fana for sure,
Yeah,
because that was my first song.
of course.
New York Nagaram.
That's a great song.
Yes, I
Dinesh Karthik also gave this song when I asked him, the cricketer.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like another song like Rena Tu for me.
yeah, yeah.
Because I got to sing on it. I'm not just saying these songs because
I
I was
understand.
part of it, but the melody is such, and the way we recorded it, it was so serene when we recorded these tracks. Rena Tu, New York Nagaram, Fana, of course, because always the first one. The other one, I love Ratka, the lullaby in Guru for Vidya Balan.
Oh, wow.
And in fact, I had done a version of it,
Yeah.
which kind of, I don't want to say viral, but we shared it with a couple of friends who shared it with someone else and someone else.
Nice.
And it actually helped an autistic child go to sleep.
Oh, wow. That's
And I
good.
got to talk about it at the TEDx in San Francisco.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So yeah, I think we're very blessed. We have such music, and music is really healing at
That's
the
what,
end of the day.
for sure.
And if that boy's name is Dev.
Nice.
I have for his uncle to come and tell me backstage that we heard this, and ma'am, thank you so much. He never used to sleep. He never used to have proper deep sleep. He started sleeping 3.5 to 4 hours a day,
Right.
and sleeping for that much time at night also.
Nice.
So I was like, you should thank sir. He's the one who created that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you feel so blessed that you can be a part of such,
Indeed.
so
So that's 3.
so yeah.
Fourth
No,
and
four.
Okay.
And okay, I have a few more. So then I would say Kabhi Neem Neem.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Kabhi Neem Neem. And Delhi 6, of course. I'm not going to take that away. So but
Yeah.
I have one more.
Yeah.
Mardani.
Oh, wow. The interesting song that you picked. Nice.
Yeah. It's very sweet, very.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I get goosebumps every time I listen to it. Unni Krishnan sir's Ennavale.
Right.
I think
Right.
that was and of course, because I like a cappella and stuff like that, so songs
Yeah.
like Rasati and all the Tirda
Yeah.
Tirda songs.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
Those songs were really something. I think that was when the switch happened in the industry for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it just went up a notch. Like, okay, what is this? Something without
Indeed.
instruments, something without
Yeah. Yeah.
The sound of it, the way it was produced, the way it was done. I think it was something very new and so impactful. The
True.
impact was so like boom there.
True.
So yeah, and of course because Tota Tarni did the art direction,
Yeah.
the designer in me will always come
Of
out.
course. Of course. And especially since you mentioned Trida Trida, you would agree with me that it still sounds fresh, right? That's
Yes.
the best part about it. And
And even that song, what was it?
yeah.
We used to do that on stage.
Wow.
And the way we used to practice it, the way we used to practice that song and to get it right. And then Murthy sir getting pissed off at us and like, what is this? You don't know how to sing.
Yeah.
But
A great song.
yeah. So those songs. And then I was a big fan of Anupama Akka.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so I have
Nice.
So
Nice. Nice.
these kind of
I love it.
memories.
I should actually create a I love ARR podcast playlist, top 5 songs of every guest who has come in.
I think you should. That would be a
Yeah.
fab idea.
I just came across. Yeah, I just thought I should do this now.
Good. I hope you got that idea because of me.
Of course, yeah, I'll give you the credit.
Thanks.
You inspired me to get this.
But
Great.
yeah, I mean, that would be really amazing because that will cover the entire gamut, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And so coming towards the end of the podcast,
Okay.
and so I was just going to ask you, is there a message or a dedication that you want to give to Sir as part of this podcast? And this is a journey that is going to be treasured for a long time or forever. And I hope it happens again. I would love to do another podcast 2.0 and bringing yourself and some of your friends together and jamming with them. That'll be so much fun, like Blase. And I'll have to bring Aditya as well.
Yeah, the little boy. The little boy is not so little now, but it's funny that I say little boy because I just clearly remember him, formal shirt, not tucked, formal pants, those glasses, and like one little thing clicking all over there. He's going to kill me for this, but anyways,
this will be the teaser.
It'll be, but yeah, but you know what? We've all grown up together.
Yeah.
What I would like to say is that we've all grown up together. We've become like this distant family, but we know it exists. We might not talk with each other every day. We might not be in touch, but we can always start off where we left off.
I understand.
So even I all I can say is like thank you, sir, for giving me this family.
Nice.
And I've learned so much. Not only about music. And one thing I have to say is that every time, and I will always stick to this, every time I've gone into the studio, I've come out learning something new. Whether it is musically, whether it is vocally, whether it is just on how to, deal with people. I think I owe it all to him. Even today, I was very lucky this year actually because I got to record for him at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
So my year started with a bang.
Good start.
So it was really encouraging. It was very encouraging, and then things have started I think it was a domino effect for me. That one push had to happen. So Yeah, that's all I can say. That,
And the I Love ARR podcast happened. I'm just
of
plugging
course,
it.
of
I'm just
course,
joking. I'm just
and
joking.
the I love ARR. No, because see, actually, it's true. How would I have been able to express myself?
Yeah.
See, it's very difficult when you can express it and when you
Yeah.
actually type it out.
True.
It
True.
can always be misconstrued when you type it out,
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
right? But here I have no qualms. I have no, I'm just being myself,
That's it.
you
That's
know.
it.
So I think that is a very important point. And yes, thank you for this podcast.
No, no, I didn't mean that way.
No,
I'm just joking.
no, I know you're joking, but I'm telling you that, if not for this podcast, how would I have been able to,
Yeah.
I don't think I've even done that many live streams on my Insta handle and all that. you know, um, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, okay, we just have to do a live stream for the sake of what am I going to talk about? I mean, unless you have someone to
Yeah.
converse with on the other
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
For a anti-social element like me, but no, I'm kidding. It's just that it's really, really like a blessing, and thanks to you, seriously, for letting us express ourselves
Thank
and
you.
talk about people of the past, like right from Sridhar Sir to
Yeah.
Murthy Sir
Yeah.
to Aditya Modi,
The little boy.
little boy. There's Sami Anna, Sami Anna, Velu Anna,
Yeah.
all these people.
Who is Velu Anna? I have not come across him.
Velu Anna was there at AM Studios,
Right.
tall and
Okay.
yeah, so we, as I said, they've seen us grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember walking with Sami Anna at 9 p.m. on Sunset Boulevard to the grocery store to pick up stuff. And that's what I'm trying to say. It was we're all
Yeah.
so connected.
Yeah.
So these are very integral parts of the whole system
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So to have experienced that,
Yeah.
I think I definitely I feel super blessed. I think I was going to be a little selfish and be like, I'm so happy that I was one of the lucky ones to be there.
Nice.
But yeah, I would never. I mean, if they asked me to do it again in a snap, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun. There's another one. Can I mention one more thing?
Of course. Of course.
I remember he was doing something for Independence Day or something like that, and or Gandhi Jayanti. I got a call from the little boy. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Got a call from Adi, and he said, "We need T-shirts." I said, "What?" 11 o'clock at night. 11
You're a
o'clock.
designer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear me out. 11 o'clock at night, this boy calls me. We need T-shirts with Gandhi on the on the T-shirt. I was like, okay, and your point is, do something.
And what?
I'm like, what are you talking about? So you won't believe it. I think he got us the T-shirts or something like that. And luckily, I think while at the studio, I had done one line drawing of Gandhiji. We took, those days we used to get those iron, what do you call them? Transfer.
Yeah, I know.
Sheets.
Yeah.
I quickly, put it to the printer, borrowed a printer, everything, opened up my office, went at night, took the 10 printout, 10 T-shirts, okay? I was sitting and ironing and transferring the Gandhiji on the thing. And finally, they forget to take the T-shirts to Delhi. And I'm like, all that work wasted.
Right.
And Pavam, I think he came at about, they were supposed to catch the 6 o'clock flight or something. So they came home, picked up the t-shirts, and then went to the studio or what? I don't know the entire story, but it was just like, I was like, you did not use the t-shirts. I transferred the design. But yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We've had
Nice.
crazy
Nice.
experiences. So
Nice.
I don't think anyone else has such cuckoo experiences like me.
Nice. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I would love to hear, right? That's the whole point of this podcast, where we bring back those cherished memories that you've had as part of your journey, and then we get to cherish it as listeners.
And I'm so glad you got back these memories, because it jogs my memory also. And like you for a minute you're like, yeah man, we did this kind of hard work.
Yeah.
No more printouts, and now it's just easy. Oh, you sing from the phone. I think I'm one of the only singers over there who sits and writes down all the lyrics in caps and then puts it over there and then sings. But yeah, I still do that. I'm a little old school like that. Some things you have to stick to.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
So look, Tanvi, thank you heaps. I mean, I absolutely love the podcast, and so many conversations, and I everything flowed from the heart, and that's the best part, right?
No, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this, where we could express ourselves, because we can't say this to Sir directly, so.
And you never know, Sir might watch it. Sir does get the first copy whenever something releases, so he might watch things in a fast forward mode, as we know he doesn't have the time. And you never know, but he has watched one of the podcasts, and he has actually called that guest and said nalla pannirukaya in the podcast, and that person called me, say, hey sir, ipoda call pannaru, romba thanks thambi.